clock is running. Matt Robinson, fresh in the game, is going to fire downfield to the end zone, looking for Hightower again, and he hauls it in. Brian Hightower mosses a defender and comes down with the touchdown, and Illinois makes it a 2-score game. But the passing game has been the featured performance so far for Illinois, and it'll be on display again as Luke Ford's wide open down the sideline, and he makes a man miss. He's got one man to beat, and he breaks the tackle. Luke Ford, touchdown! 73 yards, Luke Ford. With number 4 undefeated Iowa coming into town. This team wasn't expected to do anything, and they have just knocked off number 4 at War Memorial Stadium. What a season. And Illinois football is back on the map. Welcome to Piscataway, New Jersey. The Fighting Illini, freshly ranked in the top 25, number 15, head to face the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in a Big Ten cross-divisional matchup here. This should be a good one today. Both defenses have been very solid. Illinois recently. As far as Rutgers offensively, though, their quarterbacks Langen and Sikowski have been injured. They've been dealing with quarterback problems. It is a crowded QB room, but Vidrell will be the backup quarterback, and he will be starting today. So Rutgers wins the toss, elects to defer, sends it off, and Kyron Cumby will take it, returning as always, and he moves to his right, gets an open field. He's got one man to beat. Are you kidding me? Kyron Cumby, coast to coast. He's done it again. Kyron Cumby, back-to-back opening kickoff return touchdowns. Man, this guy is electric. And I don't know about you, but I think Kyron Cumby is already locked up returner of the year when it comes to the award ceremonies later this season. And Illinois is off to a 7-0 start. How about some out-of-town action? This one in the Pac-12. This is a big game here. Washington, ranked number 3, defeats Arizona State. That's a big game. With college football playoff aspirations for the Huskies, and Ohio State beats up on Michigan State. So Ohio State still, though, is 5-4 and unranked. What a disappointing season for the Buckeyes. But that Big Ten East division certainly is interesting, and Rutgers has been facing teams like Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State all season long. Christian Dremel returns it, and Rutgers will start with the ball. Vidrell in the offense already down 7-0 to start the game. Rutgers offense is one of the worst in the Big Ten, and they do like to run the ball a lot. It is a crowded QB room, as I mentioned earlier, with Langen and Sikowski, but Vidrell is the third string, and he will make the start today as Pacheco gets the ball. Isaiah Pacheco, one of the best players on this Rutgers offense, the running back. They like to rely on him a lot. And Vidrell is going to be throwing it again here, and he hits Alexis King on the outside. Noah Vidrell doesn't throw a lot, but he can take off, and he doesn't mind throwing it every once in a while as he's dumping it off to Pacheco again, and he was wide open in the flats. Good vision from Vidrell, and Isaiah Pacheco already with 2 big receptions there. And Vidrell's going to be throwing again, but he tries to take off, and he can't get anywhere. He's brought down for a 2-yard loss. That was Delano Ware. who's been on an absolute tear lately. This Illinois defensive front been solid all year long, and it just seems like for stretches of 2 to 3 games, there's always 1 or 2 players that are just lighting it up down there in the trenches. So 3rd down and 7 now. Rutgers have been moving the ball, but Vidrell's going to dump it off to Cruikshank, and he's going nowhere. That's a 1-yard loss. Marquez Beeson and company in there, and that's going to force a Rutgers field goal. Guy Fava, the kicker for Rutgers, is going to send it, and that ball is hooking, and that ball is well off. That ball didn't have the distance, and it hooked far to the left, and that was well short. So the defense gets a stop, and now the offense will take the field for the first time with a 7-0 lead, just like they did last week. Mike Epstein gets the carry. He doesn't get anywhere. This offense had by far their best performance of the season last week against Iowa. That was Isaiah Williams' best game. And a lot of people have been talking about the dreaded letdown game that this game could be, as Chase Brown gets the carry there, and he gets the reception for 8 yards. But we'll see how this team responds. This is the first time with this group of players dealing with success. And we'll see how they handle it, being ranked number 15 in the country. Epstein gets the carry, and he gets the first down, just enough. Big hole over the middle for Epstein. And Illinois moves the chains. Play action. Williams is going to look to his left, and he dumps it off to Chase Brown again, who was wide open in the flats. Chase Brown already with 2 receptions into the game. The last time Illinois was ranked this high was 2007. It's been a long time that Illini fans have seen a team with that number posted to the left of their name in the top 25 polls. Williams on 3rd down dumps it off to Cumbie, and they get the first down. Williams so far settling for the quick short passes, and they've been working. Williams keeps it this time on the option, and he's going to try to dance around. He takes a couple hits but gets 6 yards. And now Illinois is into Rutgers territory, looking to add to this lead. Williams in the pockets, fires over the middle to Cumbie again, and he gets the first down. Kyron Cumbie making his name, his presence felt. Williams fires over the middle, and it's picked off by Jennings. And he's brought down over the middle of the field. Deion Jennings for the interception. And that just did not look like a pass that Isaiah Williams should have thrown. He was looking for Jafar Armstrong, and he was draped. Well, I had just mentioned how Isaiah Williams played his best game of the season against Iowa. That Illinois didn't want to deal with any letdowns this week and try to build some consistency off that big win. And that's not what they were looking for right there. Isaiah Williams throws his first interception of the game. And Vidrell looks like he was trying to scramble out of the pocket yet again, but it just collapsed. And Illinois gets a 4-yard loss there, so now it's 3rd down and 4. Vidrell is going to try to keep it again, but this time he gets a huge hole over the middle and picks up 12 yards, gets the first down. Nice blocking there by Rutgers up front. And Vidrell's going to take off again, but he's brought down. That was Calvin Avery who brought him down there. Nice play by Calvin Avery. And you figure this would be a low-scoring game if Rutgers keeps up this play style. We saw last week, especially in the second half, Iowa tried to rely too heavily on Goodson. It didn't quite work out for them as Powell gets the reception on 3rd down 7. Peyton Powell, wide receiver 1 for Rutgers, he gets the reception there. And Vidrell's been able to complete most of his passes thus far, and he's facing a blitz, and he fires to Washington outside, and he picks up a huge first down. Vidrell with a couple nice throws facing a blitz, and he fires to Washington there on a post route. But this time he tries to pitch it to Pacheco, and he gets wrapped up. We've seen that so much over the last 2 weeks, and Illinois has been really good at stopping that. As Pacheco gets the ball on the draw, but he gets 10 yards there. That time the draw worked. And Pacheco's got 23 yards now on 3 carries. He has some catches through the air as well. It's 3rd down and 4. Vidrall's going to fire to the outside, and he hits Alexis King, and they give him the 1st down. I don't know about that one. But the chains are moved, and now Rutgers has got the ball at the 5-yard line with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. And he's going to dump it off to Pacheco, but Delano Ware hits him. And he was brought down. Good job there by Illinois to clean that up. And that's the end of the first quarter. A Kyron Cumby kickoff return is the only scoring so far. But now it's 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. It'll be interesting to see how Rutgers plays this situation. And they're going to hand off to Pacheco, but he's met. And he's brought down just short of the goal line. That was Shimon Cooper and company that were in there. And what a stand by Illinois. It's now 3rd down and goal from the half-yard line. Vidrall facing a blitz, and he's sacked. Shimon Cooper again. It seems like every drive there's a new hero on defense for Illinois. Vidrall sat back looking to throw on 3rd down and inches from the goal line. And that backfired. There was no one to throw to. He tried to take off. And Illinois shut him down as they've been doing so far this game. How about Iowa, ranked number 11 now after the upset last week at the hands of Illinois, and they beat up on Wisconsin. Spencer Petras with 4 touchdowns, 315 yards through the air. And Nebraska is ranked 16, 1 spot behind Illinois. They're up 14-3 on Northwestern. The ranking for Illinois can be deceptive. They aren't necessarily in the Big Ten championship conversation with having 3 losses in conference play, but it's interesting to see Iowa. We figured how they would rebound after that upset to Illinois, and it looks like they've gained their stride yet again, as that's the type of numbers and scores that we're used to seeing them put up, and they're putting it up there on Wisconsin as Epstein dances around some defenders there and picks up a nice looking 19-yard gain there. And now it's 1st down and 10 from midfield. Play action. Williams is going to roll to his right. He's facing pressure. He fires off his back foot, and it's picked off again. Isaiah Williams throws his 2nd interception. This time rolling to his right with a man right behind him, and it looked like Luke Ford broke free, and he was open downfield, but Isaiah just doesn't have the arm strength to get the ball down there, throwing off his back foot like that. And that's a big mistake. That was severely underthrown, and that's his 2nd interception now early in the game. And Isaiah Williams is going to have to get it together here, because Rutgers is not a team that you want to hang around with for too long. As Vidrall fires in a beautiful dime to Alexis King there with the toe tap on the sidelines. And this is what I'm talking about. Even though they have one of the worst offenses in the Big Ten, this Illini defense still is vulnerable to the passing game. And Vidrall being the dual threat option that he is, he can break free every once in a while. And he's passing this time. He fires to the outside, hits Washington. He's brought down by Beeson, but that's a 1st down. Vidrall is trying to pitch again, but he's wrapped up. This time it was Seth Coleman. Boy, if Vidrall could get those pitches off in time to Pacheco, they'd probably fare a lot better on those plays, but Illinois has been able to stop it. And this time it's a screen for Washington. And Witherspoon was right up in his face, somehow still completes the screen, but it's a loss. So now 3rd and 14. Cruikshank gets the ball. He's going up downfield, but he's stopped short. So it's 4th down and 2. Illinois avoids the big play on defense. And Guy Fava's going to make his 3rd field goal attempt already of the game. This one is a lot shorter, and he knocks it through. So now it's 7-6. Kyron Cumbie in the offense will get the ball back. Cumbie trying to make some more magic. He goes upfield, and that's a 23-yard return. 2 turnovers for Isaiah Williams, but Mike Epstein and Kyron Cumbie, the usual suspects on offense for Illinois, are getting the ball a lot so far. It'll be Epstein again with the handoff as he makes a nice juke move. Picks up 7 yards. With Isaiah Williams struggling thus far, you wonder if Illinois will keep relying heavily on the run game, as we've been used to seeing most of the season. And it's going to be Epstein again, and he gets the first down. Fresh set of downs, play action. Williams facing a blitz, and he gets knocked from behind. That was Chris Long there. Speedy cornerback came in on a blitz, knocked Isaiah Williams from behind. So now it's 2nd and 17. This offense hasn't been able to muster up much today. Williams is going to be in the pocket facing a blitz, and he fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Rutgers. At this point, you just have to figure that turnovers are in this team's DNA. And they've only gone 1 game so far this season without having a turnover. It's just hard for them to complete a clean game. But David Deal's actually going to challenge this play. And I think he's got a case. It looked like Isaiah Williams' arm was moving forward, in which case it would be a forward pass. And you can see there, the arm's moving forward with the ball, but it gets knocked out. But they say the play stands. And we'll show you the replay here, and you be the judge. Well, either way, that's a first down for Rutgers. They get the ball. And the Pacheco run goes for no gain. That was Seth Coleman again, who's had a big day so far. The draw on play action dumps off to Young, and Tariq Barnes there tracking him down in the open field. Nice tackle there by Barnes. So now 3rd down and 9. This defense has fared very well on 3rd down situations. And Young gets the ball again over the middle, but he is stopped short. Great zone defense by Illinois. They call a timeout, and it's going to force another Fava field goal attempt. And that's a false start, so field goal is going to be an extra 5 yards longer now. So now this is a 36-yarder. And Fava just sneaks it through past the right upright. And Rutgers takes the lead. It's 9-7. Rutgers taking advantage on field goals of these Illinois turnovers. But the defense has been able to hold them to field goals, and you got to be happy about that. Epstein gets a nice run over the middle, and with less than 2 minutes to go now, Illinois is running the ball to start off. Williams is going to be throwing, and he fires to Armstrong over the middle. That time, Isaiah Williams stayed in the pocket, looked poised, and hit Jafar Armstrong, who gets his first reception of the day. And Epstein gets another big hole, but it's clogged up pretty quickly, and he's tackled over the middle of the field, so clock will be running. And it's going to be play action again. Williams is going to stay in the pocket. He fires to Kamari Thompson, and he drops it. Well, at least that stops the clock, but now it's 3rd down and 4. You figure this is probably 4-down territory, depending on what happens here. As Epstein gets the carry, and he gets a huge hole. He picks up a first down. And normally you wouldn't see teams run the ball in these types of situations, but Illinois can afford to do that because they've been so successful with it all year. And now it's 1st down and 10. Williams is going to stay in the pocket, fires downfield, looking for Armstrong, and it's broken up. Nice coverage there by Avery Young from Rutgers. Williams had to get rid of that ball quickly. So now 2nd down and 10. It's going to be another Epstein carry, and he tries to hit the huge hole there, but can't do it, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5 now. Clock is running. Williams rolling to his right, and he can't find anything. He's going to try to run, but he is met, and he's going to be 3 yards short. Isaiah Williams with nothing going on there, and Illinois brings out the offense. The clock is running. Rutgers is not calling their timeouts. And this may just be a bluff on Illinois' part. They may just be trying to bleed the clock all the way down. Williams trying to draw them off sides, and that is what they're doing. Illinois calls a timeout. So that'll set up Caleb Griffin with a field goal, and he puts it through. Caleb Griffin, and so reliable all season, he gives Illinois the lead back. Checking in on Nebraska and Northwestern again. Nebraska up 21-3 on the Wildcats. And Iowa and Nebraska, those two teams meeting at the end of the season, could decide the division there. Illinois is just going to kick it off short, and Powell gets it, but that bleeds the clock out, and that'll do it for the first half. An ugly first half, to say the least. Illinois with 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions by Isaiah Williams, and then a fumble, which may or may not have been a fumble. You can see here Rutgers is actually doing pretty well through the air. Vidral has looked pretty solid for a 3rd-string quarterback. Illinois has been able to rush the ball well. But those turnovers there, once again, Rutgers has been able to get field goal opportunities off those turnovers. That's why they have 3 of them. But Illinois' defense has done a pretty good job of holding Rutgers in check. They had a goal line stand there where Rutgers was 3rd down and inches away from the goal line there, and they were able to force the stop and get a field goal there. So this defense has done a pretty good job. And Illinois, for all the doom and gloom, this first half has a lead. And that's a nice looking return there for Rutgers by Dremel. And he gets up to midfield. And we'll show you the offensive stats here. Total yards, Rutgers outgaining Illinois. Them getting the ball in good field position has had a huge part to do with that. So now Vidral in the offense started midfield as Pacheco tries to bounce away from tackles, but he's wrapped up there by Jamal Woods. And so now it's 2nd down and 8. Martin blitzes, and it's a keeper by Vidral. Nice play call there by Rutgers. That definitely fooled Jartavius Martin coming in on a blitz. But now it's 3rd down and 3. Illinois is going to send the blitz again. Vidral's hit as he throws, and it's out of bounds. That time the blitz paid off for Illinois, and it's going to force a punt from Rutgers. Greg Schiano deciding to punt it on 4th down and 3 from the 40. And Rutgers can't pin the ball down there, so it's going to be a touchback. And this defense is continuing to play well into the second half now. So now Isaiah Williams in the offense, fortunate to be playing with a lead right here. Williams scrambles to his left, picks up 8 yards. And now it's 2nd down and 2. Epstein gets the carry. He gets the first down. You would like to see the offense make adjustments here. Tony Peterson, the offensive coordinator. We'll see what kind of adjustments he makes for the second half, as this offense has really struggled so far. And Williams is going to face a blitz. He fires downfield in the double coverage, and it's knocked away by Jarrett Paul. Isaiah Williams still is not afraid to take shots downfield, as you saw there. And he's going to try to keep it on the designed run, and that does not work. It's now 3rd down and 8. A quick early 3rd down situation for the Illini offense. It's going to be 5 wide. Williams rolls to his right, and he fires and hits Navarro, and they get the first down. That was a nice play by Isaiah Williams, rolling to his right. And this time throwing off his back foot worked, as it was an intermediate throw, and he hits Navarro on target, and Navarro picks up the first down. That was a much-needed first down for Illinois. You want to see Isaiah Williams get his confidence back. And he's going to keep it this time, but it is going for nowhere. And Williams looks like he's hurt. Isaiah Williams keeps the ball on the read option. And he's brought down there. And I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he's down. So now it'll be Matt Robinson to come into the game. Matt Robinson fires off to Cumbie. And that gets 5 yards, but now it's third down. Isaiah Williams has been dealing with injury problems, and thankfully he only has back spasms, so he'll be back in the game soon. Epstein gets the first down on 3rd down and 3. So it looked pretty gloomy there for a few seconds, but I think Illinois will be fine. But Matt Robinson will have to police the rest of this drive as he's going to roll to his left, fires off his back foot downfield, looking for Epstein, and that was deflected away. Matt Robinson doing his best Isaiah Williams impression there. That's not really his skill set. But I think Illinois will be happy just to hand it off to Epstein here, who gets 3 yards. And they're at the 30-yard line. You'd like to see them get into Caleb Griffin's field goal range. They're just about in there. But it's 3rd down and 7. And Robinson takes the sack. That is not at all what Illinois wanted to do there, as Ireland Burke gets his first sack of the day. Ireland Burke, the big defensive lineman. And if you're Matt Robinson, you just can't take the sack right there. That knocks Illinois out of field goal range. And now Hugh Robinson will punt the ball away. And that ball is out inside the 5-yard line. What a punt by Hugh Robertson. And he really pins Rutgers deep. And that is out at the 5-yard line. So what a punt by Hugh Robertson, the freshman. That's definitely his best punt of the season. And Rutgers is going to start inside their own territory as Pacheco gets the ball. Rutgers trying to give themselves some breathing room. And this time the defense finally will get to work with great field position on their side as Vidral tries to take off and he's brought down again. Shimon Cooper is having a day. And these outside linebackers for Illinois have really been stopping the option game for Rutgers. And Vidral is going to be facing a blitz. He just gets it out and hits Alexis King, but he goes nowhere. Beeson, Shimon Cooper there to make the stop, and they force the quick 3 and out. Great defense there from Illinois. And Rutgers will punt it away. And DeLayvon Campbell's going to give Illinois some good field position here. He's going up to his right, and he gets down just inside the 30-yard line. So you can see here the second half, both teams struggling so far. It has been a very non-eventful third quarter. But Isaiah Williams is back in the game. That's a good sign for Illinois. And Epstein will get the carry, working with tremendous field position. They're already in field goal range. And we'll see what they can do here. 2nd down and 7 now. Williams is going to be looking to throw, and he stays in the pocket and fires off to Max Rosenthal. And Rosenthal picks up a few extra yards there, gets his first reception of the game. Nice play there by Max Rosenthal, the freshman. And Epstein tries to get the carry, and he puts down a stiff arm, picks up a few extra yards. Good job by Epstein to avoid the loss. And Epstein's cut over 100 yards now on the ground. But it'll be 2nd and 7, and Illinois has got their sights in for the end zone. Play action. Williams is going to look to his left, and he's going to try to throw again, and he fires, and he's off the line. Oh my goodness, I don't think he saw Max Rosenthal coming back over the middle of the field, and if he had saw Max Rosenthal, that would have been an easy touchdown. Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now, and Illinois trying to score here. Williams looking to his left, and he fires to Kamari Thompson for the touchdown. Kamari Thompson hauls it in the back of the end zone. A beautiful toe tap. What a throw by Isaiah Williams. Oh, what a nice play by Illinois there. And look here, Williams, after missing that easy touchdown on the previous play, looks to his left, stays in the pocket, waits for Kamari Thompson to get open, and fires it in beautifully. Perfect spot, back of the end zone. That's a touchdown, and it's an 8-point lead for Illinois. Boy, that has to feel good if you're Isaiah Williams. How about some more college football high-profile games this week? Auburn takes out number 8 Georgia, and Auburn's now number 2 and 10-0. This defense for Illinois has just had a terrific day. 4 sacks, and they've held Rutgers to 9 points. They've been put in tough situations in the turnovers in the first half. And they're very happy to see Rutgers with just 9 points as Keith Randolph takes down Pacheco there for a loss, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. An injury scare, but a rebound and a touchdown for the Illini offense, and it's now 17-9. But it's still a one-score game. Rutgers can still tie the game here with one drive, and Pacheco gets the ball again. And he only gets 3 yards, so now it's 3rd down and 10. And Vidraw's going to try to throw here. He hits Pacheco yet again, but Shimon Cooper is there. Tariq Barnes hit him first. Shimon Cooper cleans it up. And that's a stop, and that's going to be a Rutgers punt. So now DeLayvin Campbell will look to return it again. And he's going to try to cut back to the left side, but he gets tripped up from behind. So now the offense will look to take a 2-score lead for the first time today, starting out from the 42-yard line. Epstein making a nice-looking run there. 12 yards and a first down. Mike Epstein has somewhat quietly got 100 yards today, and he's gotten even more. All the focus has been on Isaiah Williams and the turnovers, especially in the first half, but Mike Epstein is having a day. And it's going to be a quick bubble screen for Cumbie, and that was not how that play was supposed to go. Cumbie met immediately as he got the ball, and someone missed their blocking assignment there on that bubble screen. So now it's 3rd down and 6. Williams is going to look to throw. He's going to roll to his left. You don't want to see him take any more hits. He fires back across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. And Illinois is going to send the offense back out on the field. This might, again, be just an opportunity to try to draw Rutgers off sides. And they're actually going to snap the ball. And Williams fires over the middle, hits Kamari Thompson. That moves the chains. That's a first down, and Kamari Thompson, fresh off the touchdown reception, gets a huge first down reception on a 4th down. And what a call by David Deal to go for it. I did not think they were going to go for it there. And that moves the chains. And now Illinois can take a 2-score lead here with a struggling Rutgers offense. The only thing standing in their way defensively. Cumbie on a jet sweep, doesn't get anything there. So now it's 3rd down and 5. And Illinois just wants to make sure they don't screw themselves out of field goal range again. 3rd down and 5, and it's going to be a screen for Armstrong, and he picks up the first down. Nice design screen there for Jafar Armstrong. And so now it's 1st down and 10. Williams is throwing again, and he fires a seam to Navarro in the end zone. Touchdown, Illini. The offense is back on track, and Williams fires a seam and hits Navarro there, who got behind his defender. And how about that second half offense from Illinois? Nebraska beats up on Northwestern, and And they look pretty good doing it, 35-11. So they're now 7-2. But Illinois has definitely made some terrific adjustments offensively. Isaiah Williams looks like he did last week against Iowa here in the second half. And this Rutgers offense just continues to struggle. They hand it off to Isaiah Pacheco. Seth Coleman with his third tackle for loss. And Rutgers has shown the ability to throw the ball, but not on a consistent basis. And they're really neglecting to do it here, down 15 points late into the game. Vidral is going to try to throw here, but it's just a screen for Pacheco, and Shamon Cooper lays him out. This defense is playing so well right now, and Rutgers is going to punt away. Shamon Cooper absolutely plastered Pacheco there. And that's been the story of the game. This defense has been outstanding. Campbell will get the punt return, and that was a short one for a 0-yard return, but the big thing is that he held on. So now the offense will get the ball back up 15 with 2.5 minutes to go. And they're likely going to do what they do best, and that's hand it off to Epstein and just bleed the clock here. Rutgers at some point will have to start calling timeouts if they want to get the ball back. You can see here Illinois letting the clock run down all the way. Epstein is tracked down from behind there. And now Rutgers calls a timeout. Epstein with 134 yards today. My goodness. He has been an absolute beast for Illinois all season. And now it's 3rd down and 3. And Navarro is going to get it on the sweep. And he picks up the first down. Rutgers calls a timeout. And I like the creativity that Illinois has shown so far offensively, especially in the second half. And you can see Matt Robinson is in the game. And that's a handoff to Epstein, a timeout by Rutgers. So now they're out of timeouts. And a first down will end the game. Illinois coming into the I formation. And I think they're just doing this out of safety precautions for Isaiah Williams. As Epstein's brought down there. So Matt Robinson probably just in there to hand the ball off and make sure that Isaiah doesn't take any risks of getting hit, as he's had some injury scares the last couple of games. And 3rd down and 2 will be a handoff to Epstein, but he's met and taken down. So good play there by Rutgers. But they can't do much to stop the clock. They don't have any timeouts, and Illinois is just going to punt the ball away here with 30 seconds to go. And Hugh Robinson trying to pin him deep. And he does. Prince Green catches the ball. And Rutgers is going to start with it inside the 10-yard line. What a nice play and coverage there from Green to track that ball. And he pins Rutgers deep. And Vidral is sacked on the first play. And the clock is running. Keith Randolph with the sack. And what a great microcosm for how this game has gone for Rutgers offensively. The clock is running, and Vidral is just going to have to spike it. Rutgers at this point is just trying to pad the stats. And Vidral looking to throw, and Tariq Barnes comes in on a blitz and sacks him in the end zone. That's a safety. Oh my goodness, Tariq Barnes coming in on a disguised blitz and just lays out Vidral in the back of the end zone. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a hit. That's the first safety of the season for Illinois. It comes with 8 seconds in the game. And Kyron Cumbie's just going to bleed the clock out here running around an open field, and that'll do it. What an end to the game. Illinois defensively played so well today. They kept Rutgers out of the end zone. Kyron Cumbie with the player of the game. He, of course, got that kickoff return to start. A huge second half performance by the offense, and we'll see here Isaiah Williams. A rough start to the game, but he was 12 of 19 for 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, all in the second half, and then the 2 picks in the first half, of course. It was a tale of 2 halves for him. Matt Robinson came in, threw a couple passes there. As far as Noah Vidral, the fifth-year senior who probably didn't think he'd see the field in his college career, but he was able to today, and he didn't do too bad through the air at least. 18 of 19 for 139 yards. Most of that came in the first half, but they just could not do anything on the ground. As you can see here, Vidral didn't have positive yards, and Isaiah Pacheco got the ball a lot, but he only got 30 yards. This Illini defense was just fantastic today, all set up by the defensive line. But a different story here for Illinois. Mike Epstein with 141 yards on 24 attempts. Mike Epstein, the 141 bomb. And he was most of the rushing yards for Illinois offensively. As far as receiving goes, Kyron Cumby with 4 receptions. That was the most today by any receiver. Chase Brown with a couple early receptions. Navarro had that big touchdown catch. Kamari Thompson with a nice touchdown catch as well in the back of the end zone. So the Illini receivers had pretty much a good day. And Isaiah Pacheco led Rutgers in receptions out of the running back position. Alexis King, the true freshman, he might be a star for Rutgers in a year or two. He saw the field a lot, and he got a lot of looks today as well. But it wasn't enough offensively for Rutgers, and that was thanks to this defense. Shimon Cooper, a huge part of it, 3 tackles for losses and a sack. Delano Ware with a sack as well. Keith Randolph with 3 tackles for losses and a sack. Tariq Barnes with the safety on the last play of scrimmage of the game. And this defense, just can't say enough about how great they played today. Kyron Cumby, of course, 144 yards. Returning the ball, he got the touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns now for Illinois, for Kyron Cumby rather, in the last 2 games. And it's been a fun ride so far this season. We'll take a look here at the team stats. Total offense, Illinois, almost 100 more than Rutgers. You can see here on third down again, Rutgers really struggled as Iowa did last week. 3 of 12, just 25% conversion rate for Rutgers on third downs. Illinois did a really good job, 8 of 12. So that's been the theme here over the last 2 games for this defense, is getting third down stops. The turnovers were definitely a problem for Illinois, but they were able to overcome them. And Illinois outgaining Rutgers in the total yards category. Controlled the time of possession for the most part. And you can see here, Illinois matching Rutgers in passing yards, outrushing them. And it's just the turnovers is the big thing. Players of the game, Rutgers was their kicker, Guy Fava. He did have the only points for Rutgers offensively. They got 9. All 3 of them were field goals. Mike Tervodov had a big day, a forced fumble. I don't know if I'd give Beeson the player of the game on defense, but this defensive line especially just had a great game today. And that'll do it for today's episode. Illinois with a somewhat letdown of a first half, as a lot of people thought they would, but they rebounded in the second half and pulled away. We'll take a look here at the Big Ten West standings, and you can see Iowa and Nebraska. We talked about them a lot during the game in the updates, and they each have 1 loss, and they play each other to end the season last week of the regular season, and it looks like that'll be a showdown to see who wins the division. But right now, Illinois has jumped Wisconsin, and Illinois is now in 3rd place in the division at 4-3 in conference. And it just speaks volumes. Can't say enough. We did not think Illinois would be anywhere near this position going into the season. And then quickly we'll take a look at the East. Michigan, who Illinois beat earlier, is 5-2, leading the Big Ten East. Ohio State is 4-2. Those two, of course, play each other in the big game last week of the season. So we have 2 really big games in the Big Ten that might decide each division on the last week of the regular season. And we'll take a look here. It's getting late into the season now. We've done a lot of episodes, and there's only 2 more games left to go. At Minnesota following a bye week, and then Northwestern, of course, to end the season at home. And that'll do it for the regular season for Illinois. Just 2 more games left. They are 7-3, ranked number 14, 4-3 in conference. Nobody thought that Illinois would be in this spot. Nobody thought they'd even be on the radar, and here they are. It's just been an incredible fun ride so far. But as you can probably tell, for next episode, we're going to do a little something different. It'll be a recruiting update. As you guys have seen, we've done 2 of those so far this season, and this will be the last mid-season recruiting update that I'll do. But this time I'm going to make it a little bit different because it's late into the season. I'm not going to go into super intricate detail as I did last time. I'll do a quick brief rundown of what the recruiting board looks like now for Illinois, because they've gotten a lot of commits and the recruiting board has changed. I've added some new recruits to the board. But we're going to take a look at those new recruits briefly and just update you guys on what's going on there. But I'm going to keep that brief, and then the rest of the video we'll be going over the rest of the college football standings. We just showed you the Big Ten. But now with 3 weeks to go left in the season, I'm going to show you guys the other conference standings. I'm sure you guys are curious to know who is in play for their divisions, who's in play for their conference championship games, and of course, who's in play for the college football playoff. You saw there was 2 big top 10 matchups that we showed you during the game. And we're going to take a look at who's competing for the playoff, and I will unveil the first college football playoff rankings in this dynasty in the next video as well. So I'm sure you guys will be looking forward to that. And we'll take a look at the Heisman race as well as the awards finalist, who's in line for the national awards. I'm sure Kyron Cumbie will be up for something. I hope it's kickoff returns. So we'll show you guys a little bit of that. And like I said, it'll be a little bit briefer than last episode on the recruiting side. And then the rest of it will just be covering the rest of the college football landscape. So I hope you guys will be looking forward to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Rutgers game, and we will go over recruiting update number 3 in the next episode. See you guys then.